So I'm out again today. I'm testing out some gear. I've got a whole setup pretty much from Argos. Now if you're from a country other than the UK, you're probably not going to know what Argos is. Argos is like a shop where they hide all the products from you. They used to have a catalogue, you could order it, they'd go get it. Very strange, but everyone used to use it, not so much these days. But they don't really have their own kind of camping range, it seems. So I've got a few bits of gear from brands, some that I know, some that I don't know. We're going to cook some nice food up later on the stove I've bought, and we've got a sponsorship from Beer 52. They've got a great deal for you guys, and that will be on the screen in the description, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. We've got a tent here, we've got a stove here, and some other bits and bobs in here. Some names you'll recognise, but I want to get this tent up quick and fast because I'm hungry and I want to cook some lunch on the stove. So it's Regatta Outdoors, we've all heard of those before. This was the most interesting tent they had because it is a pop-up tent. Now I've tried one of the cheap Chinese kind of versions of this, so is this going to be good? Is this going to be the same sort of thing rebranded? I don't know, but it claims 3 seconds pitching time, so that's got to be a good thing. Also claims to be waterproof, which is a good thing because I think I got pretty wet last time in that pop-up tent. We have instructions for some reason, and looks like we've got some pegs, so we'll have a quick look at them, see what sort they are. There was never any doubt really, was there? That'll be the pop-up tent part. This is interesting. It looks like an inner with the floor on it. Maybe it won't take 3 seconds. Okay, so this should be pretty similar to the last time I did one of these. This all unfolds like so. That seems to have locked it in. And attached to one corner appears to be the little rain flyer here. So that will hook on to these points. So I've got a couple of air vents to pop out here. So here's the door, a few Velcro tabs. So that's the door open, it appears to be just the door on the front here. Obviously this is just the outer, the rain fly, and a couple of points need pegging out. So I'm going to move this where I want to use it and then deal with this inner. Well, 3 second pitch time is pushing it a little bit. It's not as quick as that Decathlon pop-up one for sure. I think I'm going to put the inner and floor in before I peg it, just to make sure everything's right. I think maybe you can keep this inside and collapse it with it once you've got it in that first time. We'll see. With the door only on one side, it makes it a bit difficult to hang an inner like this because you can't get that access. You can't really stand on it while you're putting it up. It isn't too bad actually, I think I was being a bit dramatic. If I reach under here, the inner has normal clips, as does the outer. Clip them together, cinch them up, and then peg out. Lastly, there's kind of these vestibule type areas on either end. So it's a pretty standard sort of size for 2 people. It says 2 to 3, but never believe that. Now this floor could do with peg outs in the middle because it kind of bunches up a little bit. But it looks fine. We've got a hook here for the lantern. There's a pocket. Should be alright. So nothing in this video was particularly cheap. Now this tent, Regatta 3-man 1-room instant tent, was $89.99, which is not too bad, especially how quick it goes up. You're probably not hiking with it, but for a campsite and a small car to fit all your gear, probably pretty good. Now, if it rains tonight, hopefully, because I've just missed a load of rain, and I'll explain why in a minute, we'll see how it goes. So this is the 400 CV party grill by Camping Gas, and this is one reason I couldn't get out the other day when I wanted to, when it was really wet. The gas cartridge, bloody Camping Gas. So let's have a look at this, but I think I'm just going to get my chair up first because this sits a little high as well. I undo these clips on the top here, holding the lid on. I had to put these handles on, but this is brand spanking new. Now this is kind of, is it a camping stove? Is it a barbecue grill? You know, it's one of them, but let's get it out. It's the most interesting. And we'll put the legs on. So I wasn't actually planning on doing this video this week. I'd ordered this Argos gear, but I was going to do it at a later date. But then we got the weather a couple of days ago, really torrential rain. I was like, oh, I could get straight out with it. So I didn't plan anything else. And I thought, oh, I've got a Camping Gas canister that I accidentally bought because they're weird ones with the seal. And yeah, when I thought I'd double check the stove before going, it didn't fit. So they've got this new type, which is like a CV470. Which is a good design, but it's a bit annoying. This is like the second video this month I've had to buy a different type of gas canister. But I do have it. It's a big one, so it should last the whole of this trip easily. And yeah, let's get on. So if I flip this for a moment and pull off that, we should be able to line it up, just push it in and turn it. So that's a nice design. Just annoying. Right, so I haven't had lunch today. This is going to be a late lunch for me, but I do want to eat. And I saw in a little video about this, someone doing a pizza on like the hot plate here. So I thought I'll give it a whirl. Now I'm not cooking one from scratch, but I did buy like a frozen or refrigerated one. We'll give that a go. So first time using here, I believe this has to go in for everything. I don't know what this is, but I think it might be a bit of a heat diffuser of sorts. So I think you should pretty much always have that in as well. And then this is our hot plate, or griddle pan, whatever you'd like to call it, which goes like so. I want to do a bit of a preheat here, so... Oh, there we go. Going to put the lid on. Get a bit of an oven effect going. Pick this up, looks posh, doesn't it? Salami, what is it? Salami Pinza Romana. So yeah, we'll just get this on and see how it goes. I will be doing some proper cooking later to have with my nice Beer 52 beers. It feels hot. I just knocked off some cheese. So I'm just going to put that in the middle there. And put the lid back on. I might try and turn it down a bit as well. There's quite a lot of control on this, I've noticed. A thermometer would be good on there, but that lid also doubles as being like a pot, like a wok. So I don't think that'd really work. You could probably poke one in a hole. Right, I think we're there. I did halfway through put this grill on just to stop it from burning on the bottom. It was starting to catch. Let's get this off onto a plate. Looks good. Not a bad little lunch. See where it's just starting to catch. That's good. Right, I'm going to get this down me and we'll talk about the stove and get set up properly. That was a nice pizza, a little bit of a kick there as well from that salami. So this camping gas stove, it seems pretty versatile. I think it's more aimed at having in like an RV camper, caravan sort of thing, taking it out and cooking on a table outside of it. I think it's more that really, maybe a bit of car camping. But pretty versatile, £140. Quite a lot. I've seen worse, I must be honest, so I quite like it to be honest. We'll see how it is to cook on it a bit later because I'm doing kind of proper cooking then, but pretty impressed with just doing the pizza then. So in here is the bit I'm most looking forward to trying. Look at that bad boy. So this is a ready bed, single. It is a whole bed system, so it's like an inflatable mat, a pillow and sleeping bag all built into the same thing. They do adult and child ones and doubles, and I mean this says single, but I'm hoping it is the adult single. Let's see how we did. What's going on here? So as you can see, it packs pretty big. Oh, it feels weird. Look at that. Alright, where's the inflating part? So the valve is hidden here under this little flap, and it does come with this little adapter that does not come with a pump. Now, unrelated to Argos, I got this Adventure Ridge air pump from an Aldi. I did the Lidl camp. I'm not going to do an Aldi one, but this could be quite a good buy. So it's pretty much like my Flex Towel one, though it isn't a power bank and it doesn't have a built-in light, even though it kind of looks like it. Has a button on the top, so we'll give that a go. Well, I'm an idiot. There is a light on it. I thought they just made it look like there was, so you kind of conned into thinking it's the same as a Flex Towel. Huh, we'll try that out. Okay, so here it is. It's got a little bit of a pillow area. Obviously you can see here the quilt, which is kind of the sleeping bag element, and it is padded on the top of the mat. It does look a little short. I think I need to try this out. It is a little short, but it's usable. It's supposed to be the adult one. I've got some concerns with that mat setup, but we'll deal with it later, because if I am longer than it and there's a sleeping bag built on, I'm not going to be able to overhang my feet, so I may end up using my pack as a pillow. We'll see. So we'll see how that goes, but that was £55, so, you know, it's not stupid money if it does work. I'm an idiot. I brought that chair, but I forgot I actually did buy a regatta chair from Argos, so we'll check that out. Similar sort of thing. So that's the two chairs, virtually identical. This metal is a little thicker on the frame, but it doesn't have the spreader things on the feet, so yeah, they sink in mud easier. But yeah, very similar, they all are really. Yeah, feels like any of these chairs do really. Absolutely fine. Completely forgot that this was a part of the kit I got. So the chair, one second, £25. I'd say that's about average for these sort of chairs. You can get more expensive ones. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I've had a few dearer, cheaper ones. they all break eventually, especially when you use them as much as I do. But yeah, totally fine. So we've got a hook here for the lantern, and we'll see how that goes. So this Trek 66 litre backpack, which is by Trespass. I've used Trespass stuff in the past. It's okay, I haven't got big opinions, more budget orientated stuff. I can't even remember what I've used, but I've definitely used some Trespass stuff and it's been fine. This is pretty usual setup with the side pockets. You've got your opening for getting to your sleeping bag at the bottom there. There's a pocket in the top. You've got a sternum strap and a waist strap. It's absolutely fine. There's adequate padding on the back. You can even adjust the back size. And this was £45. Not bad really. That should do pretty well. I may even try this out on like Dartmoor or something. So like I said earlier, this video is sponsored by Beer 52, as I have done before in the past. You know I love beer, and getting a box of 10 every month that have been hand-picked is very, very nice indeed. Now these are Taiwanese, which is going to be very interesting. I think I'm going to see a lot of beers I've not seen before. Now I've got this one, Happiness, which is a double IPA from Ugly Half Brewery. So I'm going to give that a little go to start off. Cheers everybody, I've got a bit of a thirst on. Oh, that's got a kick. That's nice. Ooh, yeah. I like that. There's a load of really interesting beers here. Look at this one, Mikkeler. I've been to one of them before as well. So, what is Beer 52? Well, Beer 52 is a subscription service. They send out themed boxes every month of 10 different beers. You can get a variety, or if you're like me, I like pale ales and stuff, you can opt for that as well. You also get a couple of beer snacks with every box as well, and you get some really interesting things. We've got fava beans here and some kind of paprika chili mega mix here as well. And you also get the Ferment magazine. If you like these sort of beers, you're probably quite interested in what goes behind them and the breweries and stuff. So it's quite an interesting read as well. Now in this box I've also got a Happy Father's Day card with a code. But the thing is, I've got a code that's really good for you guys. So if you would like your first 10 beers for free and just pay £4.95 in postage, you can go to www.beer5252.com/Kent. Now I'm going to have that on the screen so it's very easy for you to see, and there'll be a link down in the description. That will send you out 10 beers. You've got no obligation to stay if you don't want to, but I think you will enjoy them. And yeah, just £4.95 for postage with that. Now they do send me boxes for free, I have to state that because of doing this, but I do really like them. I also spoke to a lot of breweries around one of the beer festivals that I go to, and no one had a bad word to say about them, so they're pretty ethical when it comes to working with the breweries, which is great to hear. So cheers everybody, check out the link below for Beer 52. That's quite nice, as are they. Now, aside from being sponsored, I've found a few beers from Beer 52 I've gone on to actually buy now, like separately, because they've been so good. They're a really good showcase. Right, I'm going to have the rest of this, and time's getting on, so I think I'll have to get a bit of wood together. I've got some stashed, but I'll grab some as well. I've got a couple more products from Argos for a little later. We've got dinner to cook, we've got beer to drink, and yeah. Can't see any rain yet. Maybe there'll be some tonight. Not having a massive fire later, so I've got a few bits of ash and a few bits from an old fire reflector I've used down here before, so that I know is definitely very dry. Well, obviously I'm just using my normal saw, it's not an Argos one today. But I've got some lighting to show you in a bit as well. Just get this tensioned up, and I'm just going to process this down a little bit and then just grab the bits that I already chopped that's somewhere around here. Just need to break down a few bits to get the fire going. I'm going to be using birch bark because I've quite a lot collected. So just a little bit of kindling to get it going. With my kitchen knife. Well, worked up a bit of a sweat then. Fire is really just for comfort tonight. I'm not cooking on it because I'm using the stove, and it's certainly not going to be for heat, so yeah, it's just for a bit of comfort and company really. Wasn't going to do this video, especially so soon, but I saw a couple of bits and I did find them quite interesting, like the pop-up tent. It'd be really interesting to try that out and compare it to that other one that leaked. Pretty sure, this being regatta, it's not going to leak or anything. I mean, you've got kind of 3 layers of protection there pretty much as well. But this might be the last of this style of video I do for a while, because I've got a few plans for different things. I've felt a bit constrained by the weekly video format, and sometimes it leaves me in a bit of a rush and stuff. There's, God, 3 or 4 bigger projects that I've been meaning to get on with, and I want to start with a good chunk of days together, but when, you know, a video like this takes 3 odd days, maybe a little extra planning as well, it doesn't leave much else. So yeah, I really need to get on with them videos. So at some point there might be a missed week or something, or I might do a simpler video, because I've really got to get going with them. And I've just thought of another one for this very spot as well. But yeah, there's going to be some changes in the future, I think. Next year is going to be my 10th anniversary on YouTube, or end of next year, but I want to make that a big year, so we're going to get some trips in, I think. Nice little vestibule at the back of the tent here for storing things such as your pack, if I need to access it for easy access, so if I don't fit on this mat properly. Getting an idea for the size of the vestibule there. Seems pretty good. It's a West Coast Pale Ale. It's not got that hit of the last one, but it is very nice. Mikella. They're Belgium. I've been in a Michela bar, but I can't remember if it's London or Amsterdam or what. That'll do. Got two more products for this evening, which is lighting. Now first I've got these lanterns. What do they say? Pro Action 2-pack portable 100 lumen lights. They've got 3 different modes. There's 2 of them here. I've only put batteries in one of them. So I've got that other lamp anyway. It's got 2 kind of half circle hooks, and if I open this up, it's a screw. It's 3 AA's, which you don't really see so much these days. Everything's USB-C and rechargeable. If I can get this to close, there we go. Hard to get the thread lined up. There we go. That's not even lined up. Anyway. 1. Ooh, and a red. You can barely see that, can you? So yeah, might try that out when it's a bit darker. Why is that not lining up? And we've got a head torch as well from Streetwise Leisure. I also got this out earlier to put in 2 AA's. It just opens. Oh no, it's 3 AA's. My apologies. Angles, and I think has 3 modes as well. Let's try that on. It's quite tight. I'll adjust it in a moment, but yeah, 3 modes. No red light on that. And I just noticed no pockets on my chair. It's quite handy for a head torch. The main reason I use a pocket. So the head torch is £8, and the pack of 2 lamps was £12. Quite reasonable for both, I think. If you're okay with using AA's rather than rechargeable. Well, we've got a beautiful piece of steak here that I'm just going to lightly oil and get some salt on that thing, keep it really simple. Get the stove set up here with just the griddle there. Get them breadcrumbs off. Ah, there we go. Now just to get this side slightly oiled. And salted. That steak smells incredible for some reason. It's a sirloin. I'm usually a ribeye man, but it just smells incredible. Maybe I'm just hungry. I've got a Pilsner here, Red Point Brewing Co. Quite nice. So I'll take this off, still a bit hot. I have the lid from earlier is also like a wok. Now I'm going to guess I take this off for this as well. So I've got some egg noodles and I've got some vegetables like a pepper kind of mix, and I've of course got my Korean barbecue sauce. If you saw my last video, just launched the new barbecue sauce range, and so I'm doing like a Korean gochujang style stir fry because this has all them ingredients in anyway. So need to get this hot with some oil in and we'll get going. So I go in with some vegetables. quickly followed with some noodles. Good having these handles. Turn that down slightly. Going to go in the Korean barbecue. Quickly followed by that steak, which I've done a little rarer than usual, just so it doesn't get overcooked. May have to put a drop of water in, I'll see how it goes. There we go, that's looking just about perfect, I think. Oh man, how much can I fit in? That'll do for first sittings. I did bring some fresh spring onions, but I've not chopped them, I forgot, so just a few sesame seeds on top for garnish. That looks good. I was kind of googling around and looking for inspiration. I was going to do something with the honey barbecue today, but just realised doing something like this, that sauce has all the ingredients you need: the gochujang, the ginger, the chilli, the vinegar. It's all that you need for something like this. Ooh, got that zing from the chilli. That is so good. Hadn't even considered this for something for that sauce. Could be my most versatile yet. That wind has definitely been pushing in some weather. It's clouded over quite a lot before the sun goes down here, so hopefully we'll get some rain in the night. Well, someone said tomorrow it's raining all day. Now, I brought something with me today, something I love but I can't eat at home. Prawn crackers. Had a Chinese the other day, but my girlfriend can't eat shellfish, and I don't really like shellfish, but I do like these. I'm actually surprised how good that came out, because it's my first trial of doing that. Just a tiny bit of water to loosen up the sauce and it's perfect. And there's your proof, almost 3 bowls full. And so far the stove is my favourite bit. It is very versatile and all in one, kind of like with a Trangia where you've got the pots and everything and it's all nesting. Obviously this is bigger, heavier and gas powered, but I think it's pretty good. For car camping maybe, even for at home, if there's just 2 of you and you're going to have like a bit of a barbecue, just to get this out, do a couple of burgers or whatever, it's very easy, and you can throw stuff in the dishwasher as well. Definitely do a proper review of this. Got a fair amount of birch bark here, so I'm just going to light it with a lighter, get some of that going. Let some of these twiggies on. Fire's lit. I've got my head torch handy, not in the pocket because there isn't one on this chair, but I'll keep it handy on my stump. And I'm all ready for the evening. Got the lantern as well. I don't know, I've got nothing ready to hang it on, so maybe I'll just put it on my stump as well. But just going to chill here for a bit. It did chill down a little bit, so the fire's quite nice, but not enough to put the jacket on or anything. So I'm just going to chill here for a while. Realised in my last camping video, it looked like I lit the fire, went to bed. I was actually stood by it for a couple of hours, but there wasn't really anything to film, so it just looked like I lit it and went to bed. But might look like that today as well, really, because I haven't got much to do out here other than chill and finish my beer. May have a cuppa, we'll see. I think I might have a hot chocolate, it's been a while. My first hot chocolate in quite some time. Fire's still going, so I'm just going to have this hot chocolate, watch that burn down before I get into the tent and chill out before bed. Weather's been very changeable, but no rain as yet. Oh, and the head torch, the torch part has come off the strap a couple of times. It's not a very good design there, you can see it starting to come off there. I'm in the tent. The zips are not fantastic, I must admit, but everything else seems okay. I'm just looking at this mat and it just looks so short. I'm pretty sure it's a kid's one, but I'm certain that I ordered an adult. I'll have to check. Well, we'll see. Feels comfortable. Right, so my feet are just about hanging off the bottom there with the slack that's on the sleeping bag. That's okay, it is a bit short, I wouldn't want to be any taller. Your feet are going to dangle off a little, but that's livable, at least for tonight. Yeah. Right guys, see you in the morning, bring you back if there's any rain. Wind's just picking up. There's sycamore saplings all over the place, and they're about kind of 6 foot tall, and because the leaves look like big hands, they're just kind of like doing this in the wind, so when they catch your eye it looks like there's someone over there waving. Oh dear. So how did I sleep? I actually slept okay. I woke up at 1:30, so I got like 2 hours sleep, and then woke up. Thought it was much later than it was. And then the rest I kind of slept till about 4:30 when the dawn chorus woke me up, and then I went back to sleep till 7, so it wasn't too bad. However, the mat, sleep system, bed wasn't as great as I hoped. I like the idea in concept, but there's no hood. It wasn't long enough. It's 5'10", which is the same as me basically, but obviously some of that is like the bulge, and yeah, it just didn't really work. You can't really pull that sleeping bag part right up. You can't have a hood over you. You can't really stretch out because of the length. I looked it up and there's a picture of an adult in it. So
the concept I like, but the execution not so much. The mat was nice and thick though, I'll give it that. It's actually a little chilly this morning. I was feeling the cold this morning in the sleeping bag bed thing as well. But last night I was okay. I think the cumulative heat had kind of warmed me through. I suppose I should do some breakfast in a minute. So I'm going to be using the griddle here. So I need to take out the grill. Got a few rashers of bacon here, I've got some eggs, some tomato ketchup in a little pot, and a nice big mushroom which I'm going to slice to a few thick slices, I think. Yeah, not much prep actually. Wanted to do kind of a traditional breakfast to properly try out that kind of griddle pan. I think I'll try and level this a little bit first because there's a very thin rim around the edge, but also it's got a little trick up its sleeve. Got it pretty flat using a piece of burnt wood. And its little trick, if I take the griddle pan off, is that you can fill this area with water, which I guess you could use for steaming, but also makes cleaning easier when grease and stuff falls down there. Right, time for that bacon to go on. Takes a second to heat up this griddle. But it's all good. I think we'll get them shrooms on as well. You know, that came out pretty well actually. Having the lid to put on for the eggs really helped, because cooking eggs outside when you've got, you know, cool air and then it's just hot underneath, they can take a while like that. Let's get a bit of ketchup on here. Don't even think there was enough grease to go down into that well area of the stove, but I am impressed with this. It's very versatile. I think I am going to use it more. Maybe not necessarily on camera, but definitely off and definitely at home. I don't eat enough mushrooms. I don't know why. Let's try out this bacon. Haven't done one of these in a while, have I? Like a fry up. No sausages or black pudding, but we're halfway there. So if I just get a few of these bits put away, we'll go over if I thought all of these bits were actually worth the price.
So this bit is a bit of a worry because this is supposed to fold that way. There's no button or anything, I just think I just have to go for it. Oh, actually that felt okay. Bit worrying though. Make sure you're bending it the right way. So here was my concern about having the inner and the outer attached and putting it away, is look at the size of this bag. It would have been helpful to have one that cinches up. Oh jeez. Before I go, a quick rundown of what we went through. There was the Regatta Montegra trekking chair, pretty much the same as most of these trekking chairs. They are good, £25. It's an okay price. I prefer to have like spreader type feet, but you know, if you're only doing summer camping, it's probably not going to matter too much. The Regatta Freeman tent, undecided. I know the name, that doesn't actually tend to mean much these days. Easy to go up, couldn't get it in the bag, so I've got to carry that out as it is and have a go at home. And the zips weren't very good, so I've got some worries about that. The backpack for 45 quid seems okay. Hard to really tell without, you know, doing a couple of days with it. The bed, yeah, a bit small. Good concept, but execution not the best. Comfy mat though, pretty good for a kid in summer. The lantern was fine. The head torch, I think I've seen better for cheaper. £8, yeah, I'm sure I've seen better for cheaper. And I really like that stove. The stove, really versatile. It's quite a lot of money, but I think you get the use out of it. So all in all, I spent £365. That's a lot of money. I think I could have done a lot better shopping around and got better kit, to be honest. There's stuff out there, and I've shown a lot of it on the channel. Like last time, that little tent really did surprise me. This one has kind of surprised me in the opposite way, so that's a shame considering how cheap that one was. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag really, but still fun to do. I think the rain is blowing in right now, so I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, probably the last of this sort of thing for a bit, because I've got a lot of other stuff to crack on with. So see you next week. Bye for now. Don't forget you can claim a free case of 10 exclusive beers from Beer 52 just by paying £4.95 postage, and you can go to www.beer52.com/Kent, linked below, to claim that deal.